Joanne's first trip to the links was with her father, Ray, to Auburn, Washington's Green River Golf Course, today's Auburn Golf Course. When the perky little 8-year-old with a turned-up nose could barely see over the golf shop counter, head golf professional Guido Torpeluso was reluctant to let her play. But after seeing her take a few swings on the first tee, he told her she could come on out anytime she wanted. This began a lifelong friendship between Joanne and Torp. Soon, Joanne began to play with the Green River Ladies Club, but wasn't always welcomed with open arms. It seemed some of the more experienced ladies didn't like being bested by such a young upstart. Nevertheless, several club members, including Judy Thompson, today's PNGA Hall of Fame chairwoman, went to bat for her. They refused to enter club events unless Joanne could too.
I didn't know how to play golf, and I was pregnant with Will, and I was nervous about going out with the women anyway, and Joanne offered to play with me. And of course my ball is all over the place, and she's kicking it in off the rough. And she said, "Don't worry about this, they don't care." And just being around Joanne was always fun.
Finally, the malcontents relented, and beginning at age 13, Joanne went on to win 6 consecutive club championships. In the summer of 1967, Joanne's limitless talent began to emerge with a win in the PNGA Junior Girls Championship at Portland's Riverside Golf and Country Club. Her opponent was Oregon standout Kathy Gaughan, who a few years later would play alongside Joanne on the LPGA Tour. Talk about a high-powered junior golf match. In 1968, Joanne won the Washington State Women's Public Links Championship, and along with the trophy came an exemption into the LPGA's Portland Tour stop, where tour star Sandra Haney invited her to play a practice round. It was a pivotal moment in Joanne's career, as she now had a taste of the big time. By keeping her grades up and caddying for Torp and fellow Auburn pro Al Feldman at PGA events, she earned a coveted Evans Caddy Scholarship in 1968 to attend Washington State University, courtesy of the PNGA. Thus, Joanne became the first female Evans Scholar from Washington. At WSU, Joanne excelled as a two-sport athlete by playing golf as well as point guard on the talented Cougar women's basketball team. She competed in the NC2A Women's Golf Championship and NC2A Women's Basketball Tournament, becoming the first woman in school history to play in NC2A National Championships in 2 sports. In 1982, Joanne became the first woman inducted into the Cougar Sports Hall of Fame. Tragically, Joanne's father, Ray, passed away when she was 17, but her mother, Pauline, and close-knit family rallied around Joanne and her golf. Now working in the Auburn golf shop, Joanne also benefited from Torp's watchful eye as a swing coach and a father-type figure. But working and playing in golf tournaments was a bit of a challenge, as she usually had to battle brother Jim for use of the family's single car.
Suggest to anyone that while we were both playing golf at an early age, I think I was around 12, Joanne was around 8, that there wasn't a competitive nature between the two of us would be a lie. There was. We were competitive. I realized, I think, early on that by the time I got to 15 and she was 11 and I was barely able to eke out a win occasionally, that I had better give up and let her be the golfer, which I promptly did, and went on to play on the golf team, but not anywhere near to the level that she did.
The influence there came from family a lot. It also came from my very, very special Torp Peluso, who was at the time the pro at Green River. And Torp was instrumental in just about everything I did. My dad was great because Torp was the one that got to teach me. You know, Dad didn't try to teach me. Dad was there to take me golfing and get me to the golf course and make sure I got there. But Torp Peluso, he was there as an amateur, he was there as a professional. He was not a replacement to my dad, because there can't be one, but he sure took up a big spot for me.
Joanne kicked her golf game into high gear in 1970 and 71 by capturing back-to-back PNGA Women's Amateur Championship titles. It was becoming apparent she possessed special talent, and the future was bright for this petite dynamo known for her prodigiously long tee shots. Along with her mother and Torp, Joanne credits several additional Northwest golfers, including Edine Eilenfeld, Pat Harbottle, and Liz Culver, with encouraging her golf career. And with her college days concluding in 1972, some were urging her to take the next step and turn pro. In January of 1973, she took the plunge and entered what was the LPGA Tour's very first qualifying school and promptly earned her tour card. What followed was an illustrious LPGA career that saw her win 5 times. In 1975, she won twice, and the following year partnered with the ever-colorful Chichi Rodriguez to win the Pepsi-Cola Mixed Team Championship. Arguably, the zenith of her career came in 1979, when she captured the LPGA's Rail Charity Classic and also teamed with the legendary Nancy Lopez to win the Portland Ping Team Championship. She and Nancy remain good friends today. In 1980, she finished atop the LPGA money list, and in 1983 came close to winning her hometown event as runner-up to Julie Inkster at Meridian Valley in the LPGA's Safeco Classic. By all accounts, Joanne reigned as one of the top players on the LPGA Tour for more than a decade, until an injury curtailed her career in the late 1980s. In recent years, Joanne has returned to the Northwest and is a popular addition to the staff at the home course in DuPont, Washington, where she works with young golfers and conducts numerous women's clinics. What does being inducted into the PNGA Hall of Fame mean to Joanne?
The induction into the Hall of Fame, the PNGA Hall of Fame, is a great honor to me. I feel that I worked hard as an amateur. I wasn't an amateur very long. My first tournament I ever played in the PNGA I was at 16 years old. A lot of people now, they wonder why they can't get a go-ahead on the tour or anywhere else. You got to make a go-ahead for yourself. You can't be afraid to go up to the better players, because it's always more interesting to play with better players because you learn from them. I just truly make this the highlight of everything I've ever done. This is really means a lot to me, and I'm happy to be here, and thank you, everyone.
So now, please join the PNGA in welcoming Joanne Washam into the Pacific Northwest Golf Hall of Fame.